Hello, hello. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. We got our buddy Eddie here, and we're about to investigate the Vikki and Vance. So this whole town has been flooded with gangsters, and we've yet to find any info on our package aside from the fact that that guy was delivering some giant fuzzy novelty dice. So it seems like we were hired to deliver some large novelty items, but for some reason we were gunned down by a man in a checkered suit.
I don't know what it was brought you to Primm, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Oh shit, it's a nice person. Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Primm going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth.
Yes, I am.
Things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
I'm a courier with the Mojave Express.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say.
Hang on, I'm just adjusting. There we go, I was adjusting something in my setup. I lost a package I was supposed to deliver.
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
What can you tell me about this job? Shows, delivery, order.
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
What was strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in.
The previous person canceled?
Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as like a rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out.
Strange. Do you know who he was or where he went?
No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say.
Some men stole my package. A man in a checkered suit with some thugs? Did they pass by this way?
Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
Sadly, I didn't blow up a whole town. This ain't Tale of Two Wastelands where I blew up Megaton and then came this way. One of those men shot me. I need to know the best way to get to them. I wonder how many people genuinely blew up Megaton their first time playing Fallout 3. Because, like, who the fuck would actually do that first run through? I think that's something you only do on, like, a second or third run when you're explicitly doing an evil run.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be.
Can I get back to more information on the delivery, I'm wondering? I want to ask some more about the delivery I'm supposed to make.
Sure, I'll tell you what I know.
What was strange about it? Hang on, I want to get, oh, can I not skip this?
Each was carrying...
There we go. I gotta click, not hit enter. A cowboy robot. Do you mean like you're a cowboy Primm? So this always bothered me, because this guy immediately engages you. You as a player never have a chance to notice the cowboy robot in the corner of this room, Primm Slim, and that always bothered me. My first time playing this game, I was like, what do you mean the one over there? Is there a cowboy robot? Like, I haven't seen a cowboy robot in here. But yeah, there's a cowboy robot in the corner. You mean like the cowboy robot over there, Primm Slim?
Nope. Different fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me.
Now, isn't that curious? Sounds like he's describing a certain robot we already bumped into, one who dug us out of a grave.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
Oh shit, I just ended dialogue. Hang on. Uncrouch. There we go. Oh, 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 oh! You having fun, buddy?
You got that old robot up and running again? How's it working out for you?
Oh yeah, I totally didn't rob your home. I have some questions about the old robot, actually.
That beat up old pile of bolts? What do you want to know?
Where did it come from?
The courier dropped it off a little bit ago. I'd hoped to get it up and running for some courier work, but never could get it running.
Any idea what I should do with it?
Not a bit. I imagine there must be some people around curious about that kind of technology.
Not every day you see an iBot.
I guess I don't have anywhere better to be.
I have some questions about Primm.
Well, I'll answer what I can.
I hope I'm not going to get copyright claimed by the music in the background. I probably am, but I can probably contest it on YouTube. I hope the stream doesn't get muted, though. What's the question? In this playthrough, no. Generally, I recommend... I'd like to avoid spoiler discussion in the chat. I'm going to shoot that out in advance, because I want this playthrough to be relatively welcoming to newcomers when they're watching it on YouTube, or in YouTube. Do you know where... But little bits of advice I like. What exactly happened to Primm?
Let's see. Been tough around here for a good while now. Worse since them thugs kidnapped our deputy. It started with the breakout from the prison up the road. First there was just a few thugs rolling through town, but then they got organized. Now they call themselves powder gangsters or something, and run around throwing dynamite and shooting people. A little while ago, a good chunk of them left whatever kind of organization they got up there to squeeze all the food and drink out of us they could.
I like the detail of, like, not everybody just calls every faction by their main actual name, because, you know, why would this guy give a fuck about the pedantics of their name? Oh yeah, you can go there, like, right away. You can just walk to any location as soon as you want to, pretty much. This game is great in that it doesn't really gate off locations behind progression, unlike, say, Fallout 4 and 3, which locks certain locations behind specific quests being done. I have more questions about Primm.
Ask away.
So the criminals are over at the Bison Steve, or over just across the street?
It's an old hotel and casino here in town. Old Laura used to rent out rooms there, but she took off months ago. Across the way from the Vikki and Vance, the other old casino. Can't miss it.
More questions. What can you tell me about this place, Vikki and Vance?
That's where we are. This here little casino brought some cash and bodies into the town before them powder gangsters came in. Now, they can't rush us without eating a good bit of hot lead, but we are in a kind of box canyon. Guess this is a fitting place for that as any. I reckon that if they thought hard enough about it, they'd realize they got more bodies than we have bullets. But for now, we're safe enough in here.
I'd like to ask something else.
I guess I don't have anywhere better to be.
So you say the powder gangers kidnapped Primm's deputy?
Well, you can call Beagle a deputy so long as you don't harbor too high an opinion of the word. Boy was about as useful as tits on a rad scorpion. Only qualification he ever had was to be brother to the wife of the sheriff. Still, I suppose he don't deserve what's befell him. We would have considered paying the ransom if we'd had caps to spare.
It always bothered me that you can't offer to pay the ransom for them as a way to get him out. For a game that's full of so many different options, I feel like that's a missing one.
Goodbye.
Give me a second, Nash. Hey, Eddie. Give me some of the stuff I handed to you. I think I want to sell some of this. Gonna sell the 9mm, the pistol, or I'm gonna sell all that. Give me the beer. I'm not gonna drink that. Scotch. The Xander root's worth more. Oh, I can't even sell the Xander root, huh? It doesn't even get me anything. Or I've gotten miscellaneous that I might want to sell. I've already learned the recipes, so I'll sell these for the money. Alright. I want to sell you some stuff, Nash.
Still hanging about Primm,
Oh, Jesus, it's terrifying. Do you have anything for sale, Nash?
Well, yes and no. My shop's got plenty of stock.
If you have good relations with the powder
Problem
games,
is, I
they
ain't
let you
going
right
my
into the
shop
NCRF.
until I know it's good and safe.
Oh shit, I can't trade with him? Oh shit, I didn't you know, I never realized you can't trade with him until you solve the town's problems. Huh. Yeah, if you're friends with the powder gangers, like if you help them take over Good Spring, they just let you walk right into the NCRCF. Alright, here, take the those weapons back. Take the cleaver and the sledgehammer. And the tire iron. I'll hang on to everything else for the moment. Oh, the guys in the Bison Steve aren't actually powder gangers. They're their own separate group of criminals. They aren't aligned with the wider powder gangers. That's just a little misunderstanding that he's having. Hey there.
Before the powder gangers came to town, Johnson Nash ran a local store in the Mojave Express station.
Nice casino. Look at that. So, hey, for those who haven't picked up on it, the Vikki and Vance is a reference to the Bonnie and Clyde casino. Vance's gun, the 9mm submachine gun preserved in the glass case to the left of this plaque, is the actual weapon Vance carried in his paper-wrapped box under some suitcases in the trunk of his car during his and Vicky's crime spree. Never fired, and luckily untouched by the hail of bullets that ended the notorious owner's life, the weapon's mint condition inspires dread in all who look upon it. Experts speculate that Vance might have killed as many as 50 people had he ever fired the gun. So long as his aim was exact and he was starting off at a full clip, or even more if he had additional ammo clips and remembered to reload. Okay, it activates the same thing. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be any gun. And this is the cowboy robot that he was talking about, or that we were talking about.
Move along, please.
Yo, look at them kicks! He's got them kicks!
Move along, please. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vikki and Vance Casino and Museum.
Who are you?
Primm Slim at your service. Authentic cowpoke and official spokesspot of the Vikki and Vance Casino and Museum. Yeehaw!
Who are Vikki and Vance?
Where have you been, partner? Hiding under a rock? Vikki and Vance were this nation's fourth or maybe fifth most infamous celebrity outlaw couple ever. That's who they was. Primm Slim here can tell you the whole story, if you can spare a minute to hear the tale.
Tell me the whole story of Vikki and Vance.
Yahoo! hadn't had a chance to tell their tale in a mess of years. First things first, any boss you've heard about Vikki and Vance being copycats ain't nothing but ill-tempered slander. Fact is, they begun their crime spree 2 days before Bonnie and Clyde robbed their first bank. So who was copying who? Now, true, Vikki and Vance didn't exactly cut a wide swath of murder and bank robbery across the central U.S. like Bonnie and Clyde did. It was more like a narrow swath of shoplifting, check cashing fraud, and gas pump drive-offs. But crime is crime. They drove reckless, too. Having lived by the gun, well, Vance owned one anyway, it was only fitting that the duo of desperados would die by the gun. Perhaps it was fate itself that accidentally drove them into a crossfire between police and a gang of bank robbers in Plano, Texas. Or maybe they just didn't notice until it was too late. It's been said that Vikki would have tried to cash a bad check in that bank, had she lived. We'll never know for sure. All we know is that the crossfire tore the car and both occupants to pieces, and the police issued an official apology. You can put your eyes on the genuine death car just over yonder, and there's Vance's machine gun in the case next to it.
So, Vikki and Vance were a pair of petty shoplifters who the police barely even had a chance to notice before they accidentally drove in the middle of a separate police shootout and died because of that. And they never even had a chance to use their famous gun. Do you know that Vance's gun is missing?
Just mosey on over to the display case and you'll see it plain as day. Quite a piece, that gun. Mint condition, never fired.
The display case is empty. The gun's missing.
Have you gone loco, partner? I can see the gun with my own 3 photo sensors from where I'm standing right now.
You hear strange sounds coming from Primm Slim. He may be trying to read a corrupted file, but it would take more science knowledge to be sure. Scan data registry. You've been hacked. Primm Slim buzzes and whirs while he reformats.
Well, look at that. I happened across this data file locked away in an isolated subsystem.
Alright, he gave me that data file. What can you tell me about Primm as a whole?
Primm is a thriving resort community located in Clark County, Nevada, right along Interstate 15. Whether you can't wait till Vegas to try your luck, or want to hit one last jackpot before you leave Nevada, Primm's your place. The town's premier attraction is the world-famous Vikki and Vance Casino and Museum, so you came to the right place, partner.
So this is the Vikki and Vance?
Why, this is the Vikki and Vance Casino and Museum, Primm's premier tourist attraction and resort destination. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw, buddy. Yeehaw. Oh, what about the Bison Steve Hotel across the street?
The Bison Steve is one of Primm's less impressive casino hotels. I'd steer clear of that place, partner, if I were you. Rumor is the dealers over there are cheap, and that rickety roller coaster is liable to fall down any day because it wasn't built to code.
They got a roller coaster, and they're clearly bigger when you look at it from the outside, so, you know.
Happy trails, partner.
I feel like the Vikki and Vance might be trying to compensate. Oh, fuck!
Hey there.
Liable to get yourself shot, buddy. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's look at the stuff we picked up. So... Vikki and Vance for sure. One of the highlights of the museum at the Vikki and Vance Casino is the authentic gun that Vance used in their cross-country spree. This gun is proudly displayed at the center of the casino near the car they died in. Primm Slim's collaborative data. So, start speech to text, logging protocol, blah blah blah. Is it still in there? Yep, it's here, Sam. Well, hot damn. Let's grab it and go. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vikki and Vance Casino Museum. Can you shut up that can you shut that thing up, Pauline? Sure thing, honey. You grab the gun and we'll get going. Please do not touch the exhibits. I almost got it. I'll wipe the memory file as well. Okay, let's get going. I'm not going to stick this bad boy. Bleh. I'm going to stick this bad boy in my safe until we are ready. Alright, once I'm done with this memory block, we'll head to the west side, or head back to west side until we're ready to go. So, whoever stole the gun is somewhere in the Vegas west side. Alright. All the way up Vegas way. Yeah, what are those other 2 markers I have? Oh, it's the Quarry Junction, Great Con Encampment. How did I learn about a Great Con Encampment? Where did I hear about that from? Alright, yeah, it looks like nothing else much is going on here. None of the shops are running because everyone's so scared. So, I guess what we really need to do, if we want to learn more about the man who shot us, we're gonna have to head across the street and save the deputy from the Bison Steve. Hope you've all been enjoying. There's an enemy over there. Oh, I think I'm sensing an enemy behind the building with my high perception. It's always nerve-wracking when you got the red markers on your map. Hope you've all been enjoying this episode of Fallout New Vegas. Be sure to come back next week for more. Hope you've all been enjoying, and ta-ta for now.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. You know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved when technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure would have been a disaster because of the age of the train and the scarcity of the replacement parts. The news has been brought to you by the Vikki and Vance Casino. Vikki and Vance, be our partners in crime. Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely